Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 12, which is entitled as Bhakti Yoga. Sloka 16. Anapekṣaḥ śucir dakṣa udāsīno gata-vyathaḥ sarvārambha-parityāgī yo mad-bhaktaḥ same priyaḥ. Ya bhaktaḥ, which devotee of mine, anapekṣaḥ, is not interested in anything other than self, being neutral. Śucir, being pure, nourishes his body with food that's prescribed by the shastras. Dakṣa, being expert in performing actions prescribed in the shastras. Udāsīno, free from care, that is indifferent about other activities. Gata-vyathaḥ, free from all distress that caused due to heat, cold, other things while performing one's service, one's prescribed duties. Sarvārambha-parityāgī, who renounces all other activities which are not pertaining to knowledge of Atma or Paramatma. Saha, he too, mad-bhaktaḥ, is my devotee. Priyaḥ, is dear to me. Translation: my devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me. As we recollect, Krishna is speaking about the qualities in a bhakta. So far, from the 13th and 14th and 15th slokas, we have covered 13 qualities. In this 16th sloka, we are going to see 6 more qualities. First one is anapekṣaḥ, not interested in any other things other than Atma. He only thinks and does those things which are favorable to one's Atma. Besides that, he has totally lost his interest and taste for anything else. That's what meant by anapekṣaḥ, neutral. This doesn't mean that person does not do any activities. He fully busy doing activities, but he does those things pertaining to his Atma. If it is not anything related to his Atma, Paramatma, then he is not interested in doing those other activities. It is also important to note here, even if other things which are related to Atma or Paramatma, those things must be a recommendation from the Shastras. If it is not recommended by the Shastra, then it doesn't matter. One does not spend much time on things, even though it may be Atma related, Paramatma related, because the world is filled with so many ideas. Each one may come up with their own philosophy of saying what Atma means, what Paramatma means, how one should attain Atma or Paramatma. If we base our faith in those things, then that is also against the Shastra. So anapekṣaḥ means not interested in anything else other than Atma realization. This is the 14th quality if you are seeing the numbers from 13th sloka, or else this is the first quality within the 16th sloka. So the next quality is śucir, keeping oneself pure. The body is kept clean how can we keep the body clean? Of course, externally, whatever we need to do to keep the body clean, one does by taking shower regularly and wearing clean clothes. Those things are external, whereas internally one has to have food, ahara, a clean food. Only eats those items that are prescribed by the Shastra. It is only possible for one to develop good consciousness and increase sattva guna by eating food that are recommended and prescribed in the Shastras. Two things. One is eating those food items that's prescribed by the Shastra and not eating those things which are not prescribed by Shastra. Things that might taste very nice may not be good for our health. Things that may be good for our health may not taste well. Therefore, we have to see what is good for us in long term. For example, onion and garlic are not at all recommended. Therefore, one should completely restrain from consuming them. Therefore, just being a vegetarian is not sufficient enough. Even being a vegetarian, there are many things that one must avoid. One must completely have faith in the Shastra and follow as it says to see positive changes in us. Also, by consuming these things, the sattvic food, one's health will also be free from diseases. Of course, one must not challenge saying that by eating sattvic food we will not get any disease. We all have to leave our body in some way or the other. That's a given statement. But as long as we live in this world, maximum we can have a healthy life. That's possible if we eat those food which are sattvic and prescribed in the Shastra. So one can be clean, pure by consuming sattvika ahara, śucir. The third item or quality is dakṣa. Dakṣa means very talented and skilled. This does not mean how talented we are to do our business, share market, cheating others, rotating money, skill to manipulate the conversation for one's own favor, talented in arguments to defeat others, being great in negotiation of any of things. That is not what is being said as dakṣa. That is not the talent and skill is expected here. Rather, what it means is that one who is talented to follow the things that are prescribed in the Shastra to make sure one is able to do their prescribed duties, daily duties, dharma, without fail, performing their devotional service, performing their varnashrama dharma in more skillful, talented manner, and to avoid doing things which are not part of our dharma, which are rejected by the Shastra. Such person is dakṣa, is talented. The fourth quality in this sloka is udāsīno. This does not mean don't care for others or not paying attention to anything. Udāsīno. Rather, it means that the scriptures have given us things to do and things not to do. So a person, a devotee, only focuses on these two things, what to be done and what not to be done, unless he cares for other things outside these two. Therefore, he is udāsīno. The fifth quality is gata-vyathaḥ. While performing one's devotional service or prescribed duties as per the Shastra, one may get many bodily discomforts due to the weather, due to one's own health, but this person doesn't get disturbed by those discomforts which are caused by heat, cold, etc. He makes sure he does his services, he does his duty. That's called gata-vyathaḥ, the fifth quality. The sixth quality, the last one in this sloka, is sarvārambha-parityāgī. He gives up his focus on anything else which are not prescribed in the Shastra. He does not start to contemplate or do anything those things. He is fully convinced those are simply waste of his time and energy. Rather, he utilizes his time and energy to focus only on those prescribed duties. So it helps him to be more connected to Atma and Paramatma. In this way, he practices, he has this quality, therefore he is sarvārambha-parityāgī. So the 6 qualities that we have seen in this 16th sloka are anapekṣaḥ, he who has no desire for anything other than the self, Atma. Śucir, nourishes his body with food that's permitted by the Shastra. Number 3, dakṣa, adept or skilled at performing his prescribed duty, his services, devotional services as prescribed in the Shastra. Number 4, udāsīno, is not interested in activities either not sanctioned in or prescribed by the Shastra. Number 5, gata-vyathaḥ, is not fatigued by heat, cold, etc. Number 6, sarvārambha-parityāgī, give up those activities that are not prescribed by the Shastras. A person who performs bhakti in this manner with these qualities is dear to me. Anapekṣaḥ śucir dakṣa, udāsīno gata-vyathaḥ, sarvārambha-parityāgī, yo mad-bhaktaḥ same priyaḥ. Namaste. Hare Krishna.